words with you on your beautiful title. And I spent a lot of time reflecting on your title. I haven't had the opportunity to read your book yet. So I spent time thinking about your title and how it fits into my world of experience so far. You can crack the job interview. So I've split your title up into 3 sections for myself. You can, and then crack, and then the job interview, because it fits so beautifully into what I teach in my classroom with my students. So as introduced by Lingaraj, thank you so much. Yes, I do teach, and I teach 5-year-olds all the way to 12-year-olds. I have 480 students a week, and I love to teach them about the journey of success. And your title really covers this beautiful journey of success just in those few words. So we start with you can. And everything starts with that belief in your mind. I can. I can. I can. And I can cross off that T, and I can cross off that apostrophe of can't. And I'm only left with can. I can. And I believe in myself that I can. And I think before anything else, whether I want to crack an interview, whether I want to crack a painting, whether I want to crack a recipe, whether I want to crack a relationship, everything has to start with those 2 words. I believe I can. So such great words for your title, to start that title. So positive, and we need that positive thinking to begin anything. I can. And then we come to that word crack. Sorry, before I move on. So with my students, we always start with, even with my foundation, which are my preps, 5-year-olds, they learn I can, as in the color yellow, and they sing, I'm very brave, I'm very brave, I can. And so that is their first learning in their first few years, their first few weeks at school. And so I love it that you start with the foundation, just like our foundation students begin with I can. And then we go to the word crack. And crack is such a great word because it speaks of a breaking and a breaking through and a smashing and a separating, and it requires effort, of course, on our part, and coming through. And we talk about in the classroom, fear is like a fear bubble, and we have to pop that fear bubble, and we have to break that fear bubble, because if not, we're going to be trapped in it. And I think to be successful in a job interview, I have to, yes, I can do it. And then I have to overcome that fear. And then I have to build up this resilience in myself that's going to be able to fight all that fear and push through, and then do the work that's needed in order for me to move to the interview. I can crack the interview. And then comes the interview. I will never forget the job interview I had. I've been working at my workplace now. This is my 22nd year. But when I had the interview for that, it wasn't a beautiful journey to get there, because I had taught in Papua New Guinea. I had 6 years of teaching experience, international teaching experience, and I came to Australia. I did my master's degree, and I thought, yay, everything's going to be awesome. I'm going to get a job like this. I have all this experience, plus I have my master's. I got it made. 200, maybe 200, 220. I can't even remember, but it was above 200 job interviews, job applications. And every job application, not even a reply. And I used to think, at least if they meet me and they don't like me, that's fine. But they haven't even met me, and I haven't even got a reply. And my heart was like breaking. Why? Is it my name? Is it too long, Priya Dashni? So then I changed my name and I just made a Priya and Dash. And like, I did so many different things to change. And then I reached like past the 200 applications, and I was just applying. I couldn't keep a track of what I was applying for. And I applied for a job that I can't even remember where I saw it. I can't even remember writing the application, nothing. But it started with the principal who called me in for an interview, and it was the phone call first. I think that set the tone for her. So she spoke to me and she said, I was ringing to ask you to come in for an interview. And I had said, hello, how are you? And her reply was, you sound just like the kind of person I would love to have on my staff. You sound vibrant. You sound enthusiastic. So I think possibly maybe even it begins with that initial phone call that begins to get us there. And then from there, I went for my job interview. And of course, all the negatives I've had in my experience before of rejection after rejection and applications, apply, no reply, all of that was still around. But I had to push all of that aside. And I had to believe I can crack this job interview. And I had to walk in there and I had to use the confidence. I had to use that resilience, and I had to use everything in myself to then present myself very well. And yes, present myself well to the person who has never met me before except heard my voice. And now I had to be presentable. And my first impression counted who I was, because that is how it works. When someone doesn't know you, it's that first impression that counts. So I had to present myself, and I've been in that job for 22 years. And I'm sure that Satya, you cover a lot of beautiful things in your book. If I read it, that would really help. And I congratulate you today that you have cracked writing the book of You Can Crack the Job interview, and you have used the I can in your mind to do it. I know the journey of writing a book's not easy, and then you have to crack it, and you have to work so hard, and you have to persist. And then now here is the book, You Can Crack a Job interview. So congratulations.